Here are 10 best tips for weight loss. Hi, this is Dr. Berline. I'm an endocrinologist and a diabetes specialist. And in this video, I will share with you my top 10 best tips for weight loss. Let's get started. My number one tip for weight loss is to eat plenty of vegetables and fruits. In fact, I recommend that you have at least 5 servings of vegetables and fruits per day. These foods are very low in calories, but high in nutrients and fiber, so they will fill you up without providing too many calories. Studies also show that eating more vegetables and fruits will help you lose belly fat and reduce your risk of developing heart disease and type 2 diabetes. But remember, when you eat fruit, try to avoid fruit juices because fruit juice contains natural sugars called fructose. If you drink fruit juice, you may end up consuming more calories than you intended to. Eating vegetables and fruits with your meals will also help you feel full and satisfied so that you won't be tempted to overeat. The recommended daily amount of fruit for women is 2 servings, and for men is 3 servings. 1 serving of fruit is equivalent to 150 grams of raw fruits or 1 whole fruit. For vegetables, the recommendation is to consume 3 servings of vegetables per day. Each serving is equivalent to 100 grams of raw, leafy green vegetables, or 50 grams of other vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and pumpkin. My second tip is to limit your intake of added sugar. Many processed foods, such as soft drinks, candy, cakes, cookies, ice cream, and sweetened breakfast cereals, contain large amounts of added sugars. Added sugars provide empty calories and can contribute to excess fat, especially around your abdomen. It has been estimated that people in the United States consume about 64 pounds of added sugars every year. That's roughly equivalent to 30 kilograms. Most of these added sugars come from foods we consume on a regular basis, such as bread, milk, yogurt, soda, pizza, spaghetti, chicken nuggets, and desserts. According to a recent study, the main sources of added sugar for most Americans are beverages, which account for 29% of total added sugar consumption, followed by savory items such as pizza, sandwiches, and burgers, which account for 25%. Of all added sugars consumed, 21% comes from sweets like candy, cakes, cookies, and ice cream, while 17% comes from restaurant meals and only 8% from foods at home. People who consume more added sugar have higher body mass index, larger waistlines, and greater abdominal obesity than those who consume less added sugar. Reducing added sugar intake will not only help you lose weight, but also lower your risk of developing serious health problems such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. My third tip is to limit your intake of saturated and trans fats. Saturated and trans fats are types of dietary fats found in many processed foods such as fried foods, pizza, ice cream, and baked goods. Consuming too much saturated and trans fats can increase your total cholesterol levels, especially the bad type of cholesterol called LDL cholesterol. High LDL cholesterol levels increase your risk of developing heart disease. These unhealthy fats can also cause weight gain because they contain more than double the calories per gram compared to other types of dietary fats. They can also interfere with your body's ability to burn fat for energy, leading to excess fat accumulation in your body. There are many foods that are naturally high in saturated fats, including fatty meats, butter, whole milk, and cheese. Some nuts and seeds, such as coconut and palm oil, are also high in saturated fats. To reduce your intake of saturated fats, trim off visible fat from meats and poultry before cooking. Use lean cuts of meat and poultry. Avoid or limit the use of butter, whole milk, and cream in recipes. Choose olive oil or canola oil instead of saturated fats when cooking. Replace full-fat products with reduced-fat options such as reduced-fat cheeses and non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Use non-stick pans when cooking to reduce the need for added fats. Limit the intake of fried foods and baked goods. My fourth tip is to stop drinking calories. Studies show that people who drink their calories tend to consume more calories throughout the day. This leads to excess calorie intake and weight gain. Liquid calories don't fill you up, and they make it easier to overeat. Drinking liquid calories makes it harder for your body to recognize how much you've eaten, leading to confusion and overeating. It is easy to drink calories without realizing it. Think about how many times you mindlessly sip on sugary sodas or creamy dressings while cooking dinner or watch TV. All of these behaviors can lead to excess calorie intake and weight gain. To stop drinking calories, first, become more aware of how many calories you are consuming in drinks. Keep track of your calorie intake from beverages for a few days. This can be done by reading nutrition labels and using a food diary or a calorie tracking app. Calculate the number of calories you should consume per day based on your age, sex, activity level, and weight loss goals. This can be done using a calorie calculator. Look for healthy drinks that fit within your daily calorie budget. Some examples include water, unsweetened tea, coffee, low-fat milk, and sugar-free flavored water. Choose whole fruits instead of fruit juices when possible. When eating out, skip sugary dressings, creamy sauces, and high-calorie beverages such as sodas and alcoholic drinks. Ask for your food to be prepared without added salt and sugar. Be careful when consuming calorie-dense foods such as nuts and dried fruits, because they can easily lead to overeating if not consumed in moderation. My fifth tip is to eat slowly and stop eating when you are comfortably full. It takes about 20 minutes for your brain to receive signals from your stomach that it is full. Eating too quickly can make it difficult to recognize when you're comfortably full. Take your time when eating. Put your fork down between bites. Chew each bite thoroughly and eat mindfully. This will allow you to fully enjoy your food and prevent overeating. Stop eating when you're comfortably full. Don't wait until you feel stuffed. Feeling stuffed means that you have eaten too much, and your body will start storing the excess energy as fat. My sixth tip is to cook and eat at home more often. Eating out can be convenient, but it can also be high in calories, saturated fats, and added sugars. Restaurant portions are often large and higher in calories than what you would typically eat at home. Additionally, restaurants often add extra calories to dishes during preparation. For example, frying foods in oil or adding creamy sauces and dressings. Cooking and eating at home allows you to control the ingredients and portion sizes. It gives you the opportunity to choose healthier cooking methods such as baking, grilling, or steaming instead of frying. By cooking and eating at home more often, you can reduce your calorie intake and lose weight. My seventh tip is to be physically active. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity each week. In addition to aerobic activity, include muscle strengthening exercises that target all major muscle groups, such as legs, hips, back, abdomen, chest, and arms. Weight-bearing exercises such as walking, jogging, running, cycling, swimming, and dancing are excellent ways to increase your heart rate and burn calories. Strength training exercises such as weightlifting and resistance band training can help you build muscle mass and strength. Muscle mass improves your resting metabolism because muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue even when you are at rest. Muscle mass also helps you burn more calories during exercise because muscles require energy to maintain themselves. My eighth tip is to get enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep can lead to hormonal changes that promote weight gain. When you are sleep deprived, your body produces more of a hormone called ghrelin, which stimulates appetite and reduces the feeling of fullness. At the same time, lack of sleep causes your body to produce less of a hormone called leptin, which signals that you are full and satisfied. Not getting enough sleep can also lead to an increase in the hormone cortisol, which promotes fat storage. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are more likely to be overweight or obese than those who sleep 7 or more hours per night. To improve your sleep quality, establish a regular sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time each day. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, such as taking a warm bath or reading a book. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. My ninth tip is to stay hydrated. Drinking water can help you feel full, which may lead to reduced calorie intake and weight loss. Water has 0 calories, and it can help you avoid consuming high-calorie drinks such as soda, juice, and alcoholic beverages. Studies show that drinking water before meals can reduce the amount of calories you consume during the meal. Drinking water also increases your metabolic rate because your body burns calories to heat the water to normal body temperature. There is some evidence that drinking cold water may burn more calories than drinking room temperature water because your body expends energy to bring the cold water to room temperature. The amount of water you need to drink depends on several factors such as your age, sex, activity level, and climate. Generally, men need to drink about 15.5 cups of fluids a day, while women should aim for about 11.5 cups of fluids a day. Remember to include fluids from all sources in your diet in the calculation, including water, milk, fruits, and vegetables in your daily fluid intake. My 10th tip is to consider taking weight loss medications. Medications can be an effective tool for weight loss, especially when combined with lifestyle modifications such as diet and exercise. There are several FDA-approved medications that can help you lose weight. These medications work in different ways to reduce appetite, increase feelings of fullness, decrease calorie absorption from food, or increase calorie expenditure. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below if you have any questions. Stay healthy.